And my morning weather alert went off and let me know that it's going to be in the 90s today.
I slept really well, but unfortunately I didn't set my alarm, so I was going to be hiking by now. It is supposed to be in the 90s per the weather report this morning, so I am fully expecting to have to take a break. Also, I am clearly back on the AZT. I was only hiking for a couple of hours last night, and I saw over 10 other hikers coming that way. Unfortunately, I do have another 30 miles until the AZT departs, so I probably won't get that done today. It'll probably be the day after. I am watching for permits because basically there's a canyon east of where the Get leaves the Arizona Trail, and it's supposed to be really pretty. Have Arpaio, river running through a canyon, lots of birds and things. However, they only allow 50 people a day. I have been checking, there have not been any cancellations, and obviously I'm kind of at the mercy of the permit system doing things this late. I'm actually fine with that. Going around north, there is an alternate that goes over the top of the canyon, so you can kind of look down into it. But me, Jen, Dennis are all like looking to see if there is a last minute opening. So my route will be plus or minus 12 miles based on that. I did get word from Taters that she made it back to Orange County at about 11 p.m. after leaving me at about 3:30, I think. And now she'll be back to teaching school today. One of the things I am worried about up ahead is snow on some of the higher sections, especially once you get to New Mexico. It looks like things kind of change and you're up above 10K a couple of times. So far, it doesn't look too bad, and I'm kind of anticipating that things are going to continue melting. There are Jupiter and a couple of others up ahead, so I am getting beta off and on. One of the things Jen and I were debating, though, was whether we needed to send traction devices up ahead at some point. I've got about a week till the go, no-go on that. 7 a.m., and the moment that sun hits, you can feel it. So I have done a lot of night hiking over the years, peak bagging and other things. Out here I tend to avoid it just because I like the views like this, and also I always try and find campsites further off trail. So I was over on that bump down there, that little flat patch of dirt. So I tend to like getting some distance from trail just because then people aren't coming by early in the morning, and some semblance of privacy. And it's just harder to pick out the campsites away from trail once it gets dark. I have to keep running off into the bushes every time I see something halfway promising, shining my headlamp around. My pack is still a bit on the heavy side due to food, 5 days and change, but I just love the feel of knowing I have a big unbroken section up ahead of me. I basically don't have to go until Klondike. And then when I grab my box at Klondike, I have another 5-6 day section after that, which apparently is going to be rough and wild and all those things that I like. And that looks like my morning camel opportunity. If it hadn't have been so calm last night, I probably would have ended up here in this wash. So per the notes, this section is going to have tanks and pumps and things. Finding shade today might be kind of a challenge. So that is Mount Lemmon with the snow in the background. So since this is a dry section, I thought I would wait out the heat, but shade opportunities out here are not the best, as you can see. So I'll probably give it a couple more minutes and push on to at least the tank up ahead. Drink a lot of water and then look for an opportunity to wait out the next couple hours. So this is pretty much the water option in this section. Wilderness stock tank. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be much more in the way of shade down here. So underneath here, you can actually get to the water reservoir that's a little less green and filled with bees. Perfect timing. This is probably the best shade I'm going to find out here. It is 1:30 and it has got quite warm. I can still hike, but burns through a lot of water, so I think I'm going to hang out here till 4 or so. Plus side, I am in the shade, and the water out of this tank is really, really cool. So I was actually sitting here for an hour or so by myself, and then somebody else came by who's actually also on the GET. So she's heading the same direction, and we're probably going to be jumping back and forth for a while here. It is almost 5 o'clock now. It's just starting to cool off, so it's pretty much time to get hiking. I think I've been sitting still about as long as I can manage. Nice having access to all the water, though. The water in this tank is just pristine. That ended up being one of the nicer break spots I've used. Kind of surprised more people didn't show up considering the heat. Well, that's obnoxious. I just hiked 0.7 miles up that road before realizing I'd gone the wrong way. Snapper did the same thing. And I just had my head down hiking, so I didn't see this. Almost 7 o'clock. I'm probably not going to make it quite as far as I was hoping. But oh well. That's what happens when you get a bonus mile and a half, right? 7:20. Just a little bit further. Okay, 7:50. Getting tired of hiking in the dark, so home sweet home for the night. Got a little wash tucked away back here. Tomorrow I'll do my best to finish off the AZT and get on to parts unknown.